Good morning, dear students. Let's start our lesson for today. Today we're going to talk about the present simple tense. Okay, we use the present simple tense to talk about actions that are repeated, that I do them frequently. Okay, how can I tell that this verb is in the present simple tense? Or how can I tell that I'm going to put this verb in the present simple tense? There are some keywords that will tell me this. Okay, what are these keywords? The keywords are every, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, on. Again, every, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, on. So let's write them together. So again, our key words. Every, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, and on. So as we said, that present simple, I use it for actions that are repeated. And these keywords show me how often do I do these actions. For example, every, it means that I do this action a lot. I do it a lot. Always, also, same meaning. Usually, I do it a lot, but maybe a little bit less. And then we have often. Often, and sometimes I do this action, but less number of times, okay? And we have this new keyword, maybe it's your first time to hear about it, rarely. It means that I do this action maybe once a year. You do it, but not a lot. Every now and then. For example, I rarely travel to America. I rarely sleep late, and so on, okay? Never. Never means that I repeat this action 0 times. I never do this action. And on, I use it for days, when I mention a certain day. Okay, so again, these are the keywords that I use for the present simple, or the words that show me that I will put the verb in the present simple when I see them. Okay, now let's see how do I put the verb in the present simple tense. When you see any of these keywords, I will remember the present simple doer. The present simple doer. Let's see it. I call it the PS door. The PS door. Okay, of course, to enter inside, I have to use the key, right? And I have my keywords here. But let me tell you something. Not anyone is allowed to enter inside. Okay, who is allowed to get in? Only one is allowed to get in. So only one is allowed to get in. So let's see together. He, the pronoun he. This is one. Okay, so we will allow him to get in. And she. And I have also it. Okay, someone will tell me, I have the pronoun I. This is one. Let me tell you something. The pronoun I, remember, we call I what? Yes, the king. And as you know, most of the times that the king walks with what? Guards. So we would say that I has guards with him, so I won't let him in, okay? And we also have you, with you. That might be also for many. So again, I'm not going to allow you inside. So who will enter this door? He, she, and it. When they enter, what are they going to find? They are going to find presents. What are these presents? I have S and ES and IES. What are they going to do with these presents? They will take this present and give it to the verb. Okay, again, so he, she, and it, they're going to take these presents and give them to the verb. Let's see how we're going to do this. First, I have S, verbs that ends in S. Most of the verbs I will add S to them. Most of the verbs I will add S to them. As what? Talk will be talks. Smile, smiles. Okay, so most of the verb I add S to them. How about the ES? If you find the verb ends in S, double S, SH, CH, X, O, or Z, I will add the ES. Look at this. For the verb miss, it will be Mrs. Wash, wash, catch, catch, fix, fix. Okay, so as you see, I have here the double S, SH, CH, and X. Okay, again, I remind you, you have to make sure that I am having the pronouns he, she, and it. Okay? And then we have the IES. When do I use it? If the verb ends in Y and consonant before the Y, as in cry. This is the Y. I look at the letter before it. It's what? Consonant. Remember? K. Consonant, K. Cross the Y. So you're going to cross the Y and replace it with IES. Fly. L. Consonant. Okay. K. Consonant, K. Cross the Y and replace it with IES. But if I find vowel before the Y, you're going to leave the Y and just add S. Okay, so this is for the endings of the verb with the pronouns he, she, and it. So let's look at an example. How do I answer? For example, Tom brush his teeth every day. How do I answer this? First, I have to find the keywords. Tom brushed his teeth every day. Every day. So I underline it and then I write what? This is present simple. And then I have to look at the pronoun before I look at the verb. I have who? Tom. That would be what? He. Okay, so is he allowed to get in the PS door? Yes. So which present is going to take? Let's look at the verb. It ends in what? Yes. SH. So I'm going to add ES. So the answer will be like this, brushes, with the ES. Okay. Okay, so as we said, we have the present simple door, and who are allowed to get in? He, she, and it. And what do they take? They take the S, ES, IES would be added to the verb. And how about I, you? We said because they are many, they are not allowed to get in. And also we and they, many, they don't take the presents. Now, let's move to the negative form. In the negative form, we have our do fish, okay? And as you know that negative means what? Negative means not. Remember the baby not that always needs help. So we have who helps us in the present simple tense. We have the do fish. We have the yes, do fish. Okay, so what do? We, after the pronoun and before the verb, I add do not. I add do not. But the fish do always looks at the verb. If she sees any presents, it will eat them and it will become the fat does fish. So here it will look up. If she sees any of the present, it will eat them and it will become what? The fat does fish. So let's see this. Like, I go to school every day. So this is my keyword and I want to make it negative. So I remember negative means not, and with the present simple, the do fish. So here I look at the pronoun. Is it going to take any present? No. So the do fish will be just as it is, do. And I will just add not. So I do not go to the school every day. Dan watches TV on Fridays. Where is my keyword? It's on, present simple. I want to make the negative form, so I remember the do fish. I look at my pronoun. This is what? He. Does he take any present? Yes. Of course, the do fish will go and eat it and it will become the big fat does fish. And so the answer will be Dan does not. And as we said, it eats the presents and the verb will become as it is. So Dan does not watch TV on Fridays. So that's it for today. Thank you, dear students, and see you next time.